Chinese maker BYD gets serious about the British market with this small EV hatch, the Dolphin. It looks better value and more practical than the established class alternatives, and there are a few quirky touches too.
Small hatches may have got vastly more expensive as EVs, but they've also got a lot faster too. With the top two spec levels, comfort and design, the Dolphin's front-mounted motor puts out more power than most likely owners will possibly need, 204 PS with 310 Nm of torque, and dispatches 62 miles an hour from rest in just 7 seconds. It draws from a 60.4 kWh battery, good for a WLTP rated range of 265 miles. Two variants with a smaller 44.9 kWh battery sit at the bottom of the range. The entry-level active version using a 95 PS motor and offering 211 miles of range. The mid-level Boost 44.9 kWh model has a 176 PS motor and offers 193 miles of range. Both the available batteries feature a uniquely dense blade-style construction. Underneath, the car is the same modular E-Platform 3.0 chassis used by the brand's larger Atto 3 and Seal models. And like all EVs, this one makes a noise at low speeds. The difference here, though, is that you can alter the sort of low-speed noise it makes, either a conventional ambient hum, or more joyfully a sound like a tinkling ice cream van, which you'll either find endearing or more likely annoying. Don't expect anything particularly dynamically engaging on the move, but multi-link rear suspension is fitted above base trim, and the Dolphin does give you 4 drive modes: Sport, Normal, Snow and Eco, which alter throttle response and steering weight. You'll need Sport, of course, to make the car feel in any way energetic, or to approach the modest top speed of 99 miles an hour. That's for most models. The base active version manages just 93 miles an hour. Across the range, expect the usual impressive EV refinement and ride quality tuned appropriately for comfort rather than careering about. Base active trim gets only a feeble 7 kilowatt onboard charger, which can only power from a public DC charger at up to 60 kilowatts. All the other Dolphins come with a more sensibly powerful 11 kilowatt onboard charger, which, when connected to a public 150 kilowatt DC charger, allows the Dolphin to be charged to a still rather modest maximum of 88 kilowatts. At that speed, a 30 to 80% boost takes 29 minutes. Quite a few competitors can do a 10 to 80% charge in that kind of time though, notably the rival MG4 Long Range, which can charge at up to 135 kilowatts. A 30 to 80% DC boost with the Dolphin's smaller battery takes 28 minutes. What about charging from home? Well, an AC charge from a typical 7.4 kilowatt home single-phase wall box with the smaller battery takes around 6 hours. With the bigger battery, it takes 9 hours and 42 minutes from empty to full. Whether or not you like the look of this Dolphin will be a matter of personal preference, but there's no doubt that it's been sized cleverly, lengthwise splitting the difference between something like an electric Corsa or Peugeot 208 and slightly larger crossover-style EV small hatches like the Volkswagen ID3 and the Kia Niro EV. All versions of this car get coloured alloy wheels, usually of this 17-inch size, and there's also this rather smart latticed C-pillar. Plus, this top design variant gets a contrast exterior colour, not only for the roof, but also rather unusually for the bonnet. It's all quite extrovert. Will the same be true inside? Well, yes. Whether you'll like it is perhaps another question. It doesn't feel cheap, thanks to the soft touch plastics and the standard vegan leather upholstery. But there's the shiny coloured plastic vibe that seems to mark out small Chinese EVs these days. This Dolphin's GWM Aura 3 Super Mini rival, for instance, most notably with these red accented blue hooded corner vents. You might find the two-tone dash and all the different services a bit much, especially on the unusually fashioned door cards, which in an eccentric touch feature these Dolphin flipper door handles. More shiny plastic features on the rather sporty looking stitched vegan leather trimmed flat bottom steering wheel, through which the usual conventional instrument binnacle is replaced by this compact, modern but rather cluttered 5-inch LCD display. You might be wondering why the centre of the dash has this rather overly prominent lower storage area. It doesn't take long to find out. This big 12.8-inch central screen's rotating party piece requires it, as you can see when a touch of the provided lower screen button angles it vertically. Let's take a look at the back. EV Super Minis are usually vastly more spacious in the rear than their combustion counterparts. Will that be the case here? Well, yes. Basically, there's as much space back here for legs and shoulders as you might previously have been used to in a Golf-size family hatch in the class above. That perception aided by the totally flat floor and, in this case, by that non-opening panoramic glass roof. A 6-footer could sit behind a similarly sized driver in relative comfort, which wouldn't normally be the case in a car of this size. Luggage space, though, isn't quite so impressive. You don't get any front space for the charging leads beneath the bonnet, so everything has to go back here, where capacity is rated at 345 litres. That's 18 litres less than an MG4, but way more than the other Chinese player in this segment, the GWM Aura 3. It's quite a usable space, facilitated by a useful adjustable height boot floor. You get a light here, but there are no bag hooks. So, should you take the plunge with one of these? If you don't care about choosing an unknown brand and can work around the restraints of the company's still rather restricted dealer network, then a Dolphin certainly ought to make the short list of someone in search of a small EV hatch. It's a car that sets out to flip a few established norms, and you might like it for that.